guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We're in the Outback and we've got a small convoy and we're going to share some fuel economy information comparing. We've got a couple of 1GDs and a couple of 1KDs. So we're in a 2019 Prado 1GD-FTV. Behind we've got a in stock form Hilux Rugged X, so in stock form, stock tyres as they come. Both 2019, both done around the 30 to 50,000 Ks, so very comparable in age, etc. To give you a couple of examples, what we've had on fuel economy on this test is one run we completed, I think, approximately 580 or 590 Ks thereabouts, approximate figures. The Prado took 73 litres. Okay, so for people that are thinking, oh, the 1GDs get great fuel economy and all that, not necessarily. Okay, not necessarily. The Hilux took only 50. I'll get all the stats right first. 56 litres, I think it was. I'm just going to double check in my mind how many Ks we did. I think we did more Ks than that actually. We might have done. It was about the 580. So the Hilux got a little bit better than 10 litres. The main point being the difference between 56 litres and 73 litres. Same engine, same car, same year. One's a Prado, one's a Hilux. What are the other differences? Well, the Hilux has got one person in it, but it is fully loaded like it was going on a trip. So there's some gear in the front like a person, the back seat's full, the back of the ute's full with fridges and chairs and all sorts of gear, just like it would be on a camping trip. It's just got a soft tonneau cover. There's no, so you know, 56 litres, pretty light. The Prado, 73 litres. Okay, it's got like 3 swags on the roof, so it's got a tent, a mattress and a swag. So not a massive wind resistance or weight, but there's something there outside the vehicle creating an extra wind resistance. The other difference on the Prado is it's got BFG all-terrain tyres. I can tell you absolutely the all-terrain tyres, especially the BFGs, they do chew a fair bit more fuel. You know, it's going to vary from vehicle to vehicle what the differences are and exactly what that economy is, but it does chew a lot more. There's no other, you know, major modifications that have affected fuel economy. We've been doing a lot of testing on this. There's no bull bar. Okay, there's a slight lift. So for example, it's set up with about 20 to 30 mil at the front and about 50 mil at the rear when it's not loaded, so that it's ready for a load. Because what happens when you load it up, the rear goes down and it causes the front to pop up a little bit as well. So it's kind of sitting at the moment, I would say it's more like 40 mil front, 40 mil rear or something along those lines. Definitely a lot more leveled out. Basically that's what happens that's why the vehicles come out from factory with that rake being about 30 mil higher at the rear. It doesn't really look silly. It looks like it's set up for a load. It is a wagon or a ute, whatever the case may be, and they are designed to take a load, and you want the vehicle to be maybe closer to level when it's fully loaded, not level when it's not loaded, and then you load it up. So what else? We've got a 2013 1GD-FTV engine in also a GX Prado, same as this. The only difference is it's got less gear in it, hasn't got anything on the roof, and the fuel economy's been much better. So typically on this run, this vehicle's been getting, I'd say, about 12 litres per 100 Ks, maybe 11, 12 thereabouts. Some runs up to 13, some maybe down to 10. It all depends obviously on the speeds you're travelling. The 1KD, as we've done in other tests in other videos, they seem to get a little bit better fuel economy, and I've explained it before, so I'll just be brief on it. In the slower speed zones, the 60, 80k, 70k, 90k type speed areas, that where the smaller, more efficient, newer engine is going to be more economical because it's newer, better design, so it's more efficient, so it gets the economy. But once you get to speeds of 100, 110, this sort of thing, what we've been doing, it's wind resistance versus horsepower, okay? And to make that horsepower, the bigger engine uses the cubic displacement. It's a bigger engine. to make it in the smaller engine, it uses fuel, okay, the efficiency and more fuel. All it can do is put in more fuel. So that's where, as you go faster under those heavier load conditions, perhaps like towing, which none of us are towing, but that's where it uses more fuel. We've also got a 1KD and a 120 Prado on this run, and he won't tell us his fuel economy. It's pretty bad. He laughs and says, oh, there's no economy in this. He's got a fair bit of weight in the vehicle. It's heavily loaded. It's got all the usual mods, you know, bull bars and all the protection, dash plates. It's heavy inside, 2 people loaded, and it's got enough gear on the roof and pretty heavy. It is a heavy vehicle. When you drive it, it feels heavy, okay? So, you know it's heavy. So we haven't got any exact numbers on that. So I just thought, I haven't talked fuel economy for a while, so I thought at this point I better also mention, reminding you about our other channel, all the stuff with the touring information. So there's going to be a lot less fuel economy information on 4x4 diesel. We're trying to keep it mechanical, but every now and then, you know, I think we've talked fuel economy before. So we've got 2 channels, not just 4x4 diesel, 4x4 Touring Australia, spelt the same way, like 4x4 diesel, except the word touring instead of diesel, space Australia, because we are Touring Australia. And there'll be more videos here when we are touring Australia. Obviously there's a lot of videos in the bank. Sometimes there's delays getting them out, sometimes they come across in the wrong order, so sorry about that. And sometimes we're not in an area where we can release videos. We like to have, you know, a video a day or a video every couple of days where we can, depending what we've got in stock. But if you want to make sure you keep gathering the information, you need to be subscribed with the bell on both channels. 4x4 Touring Australia. So if you like this video so far, please give us a thumbs up. A little bit of other information to do with the vehicles and some recommendations on the diesel side of things, because that's the channel we're on. As I've said already, big shortage of injectors. When I say injectors, the new genuine stuff, right? So you got to be careful where you go. I've said it before, a lot of people don't know what's going on with which boxes are what's in the boxes. The same boxes can have new or remanufactured, so that's the first part. At the moment there's a fair push on remanufactured because that's what's available, depending on what business has got what in stock, and there's some old stock around that's coming out because it's a bit like the supermarket, I've said before as well. You know, you've got to put your fresh stuff at the back and push the stuff that needs to be used to the front. They don't all do that. So look, just wait until July. There should be more stock available, whether you're getting off me or elsewhere, your choice, but we'll be fully back on deck by the 12th of July from 8 AM. Text messages, bada bing. Hopefully that's been helpful for you. We're going to get past this van while we've got double road to do so safely. Alright, so we got past him. I reckon he was in a bit of a daydream, not looking in the mirrors too much. We sat out there a bit, then we snuck past. Luckily we're on a wide section of road. We were over near the edge and prepared to go further if necessary. Once we went past, I think he moved over a little bit. And this is where it pays to be subscribed on 4x4 Touring Australia. We've talked about these roads and probably what people should do. Maybe it's not going to help because there's not that many people going to be watching. There needs to be more education, because if you're driving along here and someone catches up to you, they're travelling faster, you need to let them pass. So look, what happened was, first the wider road we were on, just as we got past it, narrowed off, so we let the guys behind us know, just wait sort of thing. But then it was going to a single lane like this, which makes it even harder if you've got someone that won't really, you know, go with the caravan. He needs to slow down, pull off to the left and let us pass. You can't expect we're just going to sit there travelling well under the speed limit like he is all day. And if he doesn't do that, then we're going to go past and spray him with rocks. So, you know, you do it the easy way. The easy way is you courtesy, you slow down a bit, you indicate, you pull off, and once, you know, then everyone can keep a distance from each other and do it safely. Anyway, that's what the other channel's all about. There's heaps of information there. We also talk about, you know, maybe vehicle features, how to use the vehicle, four-wheel driving techniques and stuff like that. All the trips and touring, so you can plan your trips using the information from 4x4 Touring Australia, and you can have a look and enjoy all the scenery and the places. So it should definitely be a place you want to be if you're in Australia at least, or if you're ever planning to travel Australia. and that's why we separated from this channel, because if you're overseas and you just want to know about your vehicle and mechanical stuff, then that's what this is all about. Anyway, hopefully that's been informative for you. Interesting on the fuel economy. I was quite surprised how much better the Hilux was to the Prado. There was also another example, so not only, so just to touch on that again, so we had the one where we did, I'm using my memory here, so I should have said about 580, 590 Ks, where the Hilux put in 56 litres, the Prado here put in 73. Then we had another run, it was about 380 Ks or something like that, I'm pretty sure, it might have been 360, about 380, somewhere there, 370 maybe. Doesn't matter so much exactly what we did, what matters is the Hilux put in 34 litres and the Prado put in 43. It was easier to remember because they're opposite, 34 and 43, right? So on the exact same highway run, about 110-ish was the speeds, 300 and, you know, high 300s, 370-ish type K. Hilux put in 34, so once again better than 10 litres per 100 Ks. Prado put in 43, so you can work out the fuel economy on that one, but consistently a big difference like that. The Hilux is narrower, it's lower, it's a much smaller vehicle, it's going to get better fuel economy, so that information may help you with a purchase if you're considering purchasing a 1GD-FTV that could possibly have DPF issues if it's not used correctly. It could possibly have timing chain guides wearing through. There is some other issues we're hearing about. Obviously it's got to meet stricter emissions rules, so as far as EGR and all that stuff goes, the intakes could be getting caked up worse. We don't know, they haven't been around long enough. We don't see those repairs yet, all the problematic things like DPFs. Toyota have put long warranties on, so if you're happy to pop in there every time you need to cop a repair with your DPF from doing those short trips or whatever, not getting the right burns in, if that's what's causing it, then that's one thing. But if you you know, warranty's one thing, but if you're out here and you have DPF issues, yeah, it could be a problem. Something to think about. That's where the 1KDs, you're not going to have those issues. Bada bing, we're out of here. That video's long enough. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed some scenery. Catch you on 4x4 Touring Australia or in the next 4x4 diesel video. Bit of a dip there, you got to watch out for those. All that information on 4x4 Touring Australia. See you guys.